So obviously, to Bruce's point and Sneed's point earlier, you're boosting up your quarterback. Use different words, man. Don't kick that man out. Get that man a hammock. Get that man a sleeping bag.
I like that.
A teddy bear.
Yeah. If you want to stay, hey, you're our guy. You got the keys to the building, man. Just lock up.
You can stay as long as you want. I believe Chad Ochocinco, shout out Chad, has stories of where, man, I'll spend the night at the facility sometime, man. It's cheaper.
Right, he did say that. Yeah, he would say he was living at the facility.
I take my showers. I get my workout. I got food. It's like, right. I got a free place to live, right?
Right. They had to get him up out of there. No, that's a great one. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so if you're looking at Cam Ward, man, bring that man a blanket. Yes. Bring that man a pillow. Like, that man's going to go to sleep in here. I want my quarterback.
Air mattress with some Titan sheets on it.
Some Titan sheets, man. The whole air mattress is going to be Titan. We're going to paint that joint on the side of it, right? Mm-hmm.
Make sure you go ahead, click that subscribe, that like, that notification bell. Make sure you're kept up to date whenever we drop new content on the channel. If you want the audio only version of the podcast, open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in The Format Podcast. We should come right up. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you give us a like, leave us a 5-star review, and drop a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us. Make sure you write it down, put it in your phone, make a note of it. The Format Podcast is live Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern. And finally, if you're really and truly enjoying the content we're delivering you, make sure you hit that join button. There's going to be exclusive content here just for you.
Final topic. Let's go.
Cam Ward.
Number one overall pick.
I
love this story right here.
Bruce sent me.
Yes. I love this.
A disturbing message. Bruce.
Yeah.
I'm let me open this thing up. I want to quote you very, very properly. I don't want to misquote what you sent me, because I damn near spazzed out when he sent me this, guys. Let me see. Let me find. Cam Ward,
yes,
was kicked out of the facility by his coaching staff, and it came from this article by Louis Riddick. Makes his thought known on Cam Ward after Titans quarterback got kicked from the office. ESPN analyst Louis Riddick has lulled Tennessee Titans rookie quarterback Cam Ward, calling him a football savant after the number one pick was reportedly kicked out of the team's facility for spending excessive hours studying. I'm going to read that again. The number one pick was reportedly kicked out of the team's facility for spending excessive hours studying. I'm going to put a pin in it right there. Kicked out of the facility for excessive hours studying. I don't give a damn if he falls asleep in that mud studying.
That's right.
Why are you hindering that man from studying the game?
Trying to be great.
He's trying to be.
He is showing you what he wants to be and how bad he wants it.
Why is this? That's like a teacher kicking a student out because you're learning too much about the book, right? You're reading too much to the book. We're in chapter 1, but you're already in chapter 3. Why am I stopping this student that I'm the teacher of from learning more and more and more? Because maybe there is a reference in chapter 3 that's relatable in chapter 1 for football. The man is studying the game. He has yet to play one NFL snap.
Right.
So this man has a lot to learn, because there's a huge difference from Miami, Florida, and the Hurricanes,
right,
to the Tennessee Titans. We've just witnessed ever since Steve McNair. Steve McNair, there is yet to be a good quarterback in Tennessee. Vince Young came from the Texans, failed. They just had Will Levis, tried it, failed it, right? Everybody they had, we got one of the not Will Levis. He's in Green Bay now. Forget his name, but you're talking
about Malik Willis.
Malik Willis had him, failed it, right? They've done a poor job at quarterback management, almost similar to the Bears, but not quite as bad. But since Steve McNair, there's yet to be a good quarterback. There's yet to be a good quarterback. So now this kid, the number one pick, is spending excessive hours studying film and studying the game.
Right.
Kick that man out of the facility. What they do that, Bruce? I'm gonna let you go ahead.
I don't know where they do that, man. I don't know where they do that. Snead had an interesting comment. He says this is the Titans trying to be cute and justifying the first overall pick. I can only hope.
Now you sound dumb.
I can only hope that by putting this out there, you're showing what a great pick you made. That's what I don't get. So let me say this. I love this. I love hearing about guys like this because when we look at the other all-time greats, right? When we look at your, I'm just going to use two, Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. What are these guys known for?
The work ethic,
insane amounts of film study, right?
Yeah.
That's what allowed these guys to be great. So when I hear and see a guy, like a Malik Willis, and they're saying he's spending so much time in there, we had to tell him go home. I think that's freaking amazing, especially because we got some people here in this chat that when I talk about people need to be in the gym, people need to be focusing on their craft and not other stuff, right? Those people tell me I'm too militant. There's more to life to it than that. Why I got to be on them like that? No. Like, this is your craft. You're living the dream that most people wish they could. You're making tens and in some cases hundreds of millions of dollars to do this. Master your craft. Why do so many people have Brady as the GOAT? I know some don't, but why do so many people do? Why? Because he mastered his craft.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with that, right?
When his team needed him, he knew every defense. He knew how to check. He knew every audible. He knew where his receivers need to be because Tom Brady, he threw where you were supposed to be.
Right.
Tom, he wasn't looking at you like Aaron Rodgers scrambles out the pocket and you have to. They call it backyard football, where now the receivers got to scramble, but they got to go a certain way for where the quarterback's going. That's not Tom. It's not Tom's specialty.
Right.
Tom needs you to be if you're running a 10-yard button hook, you need to be at 10 yards. If you're at 9.5, the ball is off.
Right.
Tom is going to look at you crazy
right.
Because the film.
I was just about to say that's what the film said needs to happen.
The film said you need to be right here. From the eyes of the fans, you're like, damn, Tom, that was a bad throw. But Tom is yelling at that receiver for some reason. He ran the wrong route.
Right.
The route, he didn't run it good. And I'm like, you need to be half a yard in. And he's probably that yard is big to Tom because I'm throwing it where you're supposed to be because we practiced this. We studied this. I know where the hole is at in their defense. That got picked off because you didn't go to your spot. So I'm not stopping this kid from studying, man. Like even what Snead's saying, this is a publicity stunt.
Maybe
the Titans look dumb. Like
right.
Now you're hindering a kid from studying. What does this tell the other quarterbacks? I mean, y'all gonna kick us out if we studying too much? But didn't y'all just get on Kyler Murray for
not studying enough?
For not studying enough?
Great point.
You play Call of Duty too much. We need you to study the playbook.
Right.
But this kid's coming in, not even play the NFL snap.
Yeah, 5 in the morning. Facility. He's in there. Yeah,
excessive studying. Come on, man. I just don't like it. I
I
just don't like that story. I'd rather you applaud the kid. Like they brought that man a hammock.
I think that they were trying. I think that they were trying to make him look good by putting the story. I guess it's just about how you put the story out. Tim Jones says you signed a $100 million contract. You won at life. It's human nature to become complacent after you win at life. True indeed. But this is, as Snead said, this is what separates good from great, right? Like we talked about Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, these guys on that level, they won at life. They got hundreds of millions of dollars, but they were still psycho about mastering their craft. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, like that's why certain guys are different. Even after they won at life, they're still trying to get every little leg up, every little edge, every little nuance, every little possibility to dominate. All right. Let me say this. Let me respond to the chat. Let me respond to the chat. First of all, who's flip-flopping? There's no flip-flopping going on here.
I gotta sit up too.
I had Shadur Sanders as my QB1. Still do. I didn't take a shot at Shedeur. Who brought up Shedeur? Y'all did. This has nothing to do with Shedeur. All I'm saying is I like this story about Cam Ward. That has zero to do with Shedeur. So don't try to misrepresent me. Matter of fact, let me not make it sound nice. Don't lie on me, because I never say anything about Shedeur. I have never flip-flopped and said, oh, because of this, I will take Cam Ward over Shedeur. I had Shedeur, and Transformer can attest to this. Matter of fact, all y'all can who've been on this show, I had Shedeur as my QB1 in this draft since his first year at Colorado, and I haven't moved off of that. So don't try that. That doesn't mean that I can't enjoy this story that I'm hearing from Cam Ward about him living in the film room. That has nothing to do with Shedeur. I didn't mention Shedeur. Y'all mentioned Shedeur. So hold that. Don't lie on me. Get the hell out of here. Next.
End quote. End quote.
Transformer, you a damn fool. Marco Glasses was good. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Do that. The hell.
Yeah. To finish off what Louis Riddick had to say, Ward selected in the 2025 NFL Draft has impressed during the OTA, showcasing his work ethic. Obviously, we've seen that. The man is spending excessive hours studying film.
Yes.
Right? And football IQ. Riddick highlighted Ward's leadership and composure, noting his potential to be the Tennessee's franchise quarterback following the 3-14 season. The Titans transitioning from Will Levis see Ward as a key to their rebuild. Coach Brian Callahan praised Ward's command of play calls, while veteran Calvin Ridley called him a stone-cold killer with a fearless mentality. Ward's dedication has Titans fans buzzed as he prepares for Week 1 start against the Denver Broncos. End quote. So obviously, to Bruce's point and Snead's point earlier, you're boosting up your quarterback. Use different words, man. Don't kick that man out. Get that man a hammock. Get that man a sleeping bag, a teddy bear.
Yeah. If you want to stay, hey, you're our guy. You got the keys to the building, man. Just lock up.
You can stay as long as you want. I believe Chad Ochocinco, shout out Chad, has stories of where, man, I spent the night at the facility sometime, man. It's cheaper.
Right. He did say that. Yeah, he would say he was living at the
facility. I take my showers. I get my workout. I got food. He's like, right. I got a free place to live, right?
Right. He had to get him up out of there. No, that's a great one. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So if you're looking at Cam Ward, man, bring that man a blanket. Yes. Bring that man a pillow. Like that man's gonna go to sleep in here. I want my quarterback.
Air mattress with some Titan sheets on it.
Some Titan sheets, man. The whole air mattress is gonna be Titan. We're gonna paint that joint on the side of it, right? Like if you're you're invested your future into this kid, right? Your first overall pick, you believe that this guy is the future of your your future, your franchise. Let that man study away. Let him study. I'm not kicking you out at all. Because the play you just kicked him out on that he was probably studying, that's the one he messes up on in week 1.
Right.
That's the one. Because you kicked him out.
Study. Did Brady overstudy? He got 7 chips.
Albert Einstein overstudy.
Did Peyton Manning overstudy? 4 trips to the Super Bowl, widely regarded as a top 5 or 6 quarterback ever. Like, whatever.
Smart wins. Smart quarterbacks do win, or they become very, very great offensive coordinators.
Sure do.
And then coaches. Right? These guys study the game, man. They truly study the game. Like, let that kid study, bro. Film junkie, fiending for the playbook. Like, coach, what a playbook. I need to see. I need to see the playbook. I need to see the playbook. Son, take it. God damn. Right. Stop scratching. Stop stuttering. Like, okay, appreciate it, coach. Whew. All right, man, guys. You know what I mean? Because that type of mentality, that rubs off on your teammates.
It does.
That rubs off on your teammates. Right. Now your receivers, they're like, he knows every route.
Right.
Say less. Say less. Oh, he knows the offensive line who's protecting him. Oh, you know all the audibles. So you know what I'm saying when I say this, and you see that when I see this linebacker, that's what I'm saying. Cam Ward, like, I saw that on page 14. That's what you like to call. You like that call, right?
Right.
Cool. So if I say double tundra, that's say less. That's your teammates now. They're locked in. Coaching staff, they can make it simple for you. Because this ain't college where they got signs on the sideline and you reading that crap. No, these stadiums are loud. You got an earpiece in. Like, no.
You got to be able to look out there, see that defense, identify where that Mike linebacker is, identify a safety coming down, what you're seeing, what you're supposed to do, where you go with that football. Absolutely.
You just saw not Justin Fields, Jay McDaniels when what's his coach's name? Came from Dallas. Commanders coach.
Oh yeah. Oh man. The defensive coordinator. His name is.
Come on, help me out.
And I remember either.
It's on the top of my head. I just can't. I can see him with the hat on too.
Yeah.
Dan backwards.
Dan something.
Not Dan Campbell. That's Detroit.
No, it is
Dan. No, it's Dan Rather. Somebody totally different. Damn, but he was just Dan Quinn. Thank you, Luminaries. Dan Quinn. Jesus Christ.
You know why she knew that? Because you said the Cowboys coach. That's how she
knew that.
Came from the Cowboys.
Yeah. My bad. Dan Quinn. She knows exactly who that is. But anyway, you look at the chemistry between Dan Quinn and Jaden Daniels. Dan Quinn had the ultimate confidence in Jaden Daniels. Why? Yeah. Jaden Daniels probably fell asleep in that locker room studying. He knew the plays. He had the ultimate confidence on 4th and 2, 4th and 3. Dan Quinn. Jaden, I got it. That's the ultimate confidence. Let that kid Cam Ward instill that same confidence in Tennessee. Like, hey, man, don't worry about it. Oh, it's 4th and 1? Cool. I know what play to call. Lineman, y'all with me? Receivers, y'all with me? They're like, boy, we know you know the whole book.
Right. Absolutely.
That excessive studying is finna come into play now. So, yeah, man.
So let me ask this, Bruce, man, why are you trying to say that studying is not important? Like, where do you get this from? He's really trying to argue this. He's throwing all this stuff out there to say that studying doesn't make you a better quarterback. It's not important. You don't have kids, do you? You can't have kids.
No.
Right. Studying's not important. Don't worry about that. Really? Okay.
Didn't he say he had a 3.9 GPA?
He did say that. I guess you got to study. You got to study for that.
You got to study for that, bro.
Yeah. You got to study for that. That's a fact.
You got to study for that, bro. Like that's crazy work. You got to study for that. Anthony Richardson was a film junkie. Anthony Richardson didn't know how to read the game.
Right.
Like you can know the playbook. Like there's a lot of like when you add the talent with the knowledge, you get a great player. That's how it works. A lot of players come in the league, they just want to utilize their talent to succeed. You see how far that gets them.
That's right.
Some cats come to the league with no talent, and they just smart. They have the knowledge, but you see how far they can go, right? But when you merge the two together, you got the talent and the knowledge. You get a Patrick Mahomes, you get a Tom Brady, you get a Peyton Manning. You get an Aaron Rodgers. You get those type of quarterbacks to where they got both. So I can beat you with my talent on one play, and I'm going to outsmart you on the very next play.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, because you think I'm going to go that way, and Peyton called that audible at the last second, and actually the play is going this way. You just didn't see it, right? So,
that's right.
No, man. Study the game. Don't let these kids study.
That's it.
Not studying is crazy work.
Yeah. All right, Joel, we're going to go ahead. We're going to open the phone lines up for the last time. You all know the number, 904-219-8264. 904-219-8264. Transformer and I think I could safely speak for him on this one. We love the idea that Cam Ward is an absolute film junkie. Absolutely. And by the way, since y'all want to slight me, Shedeur did get a lot of love in terms of, what he's doing in camp, how he's becoming a leader in the locker room. Guys love him. Leader on and off the floor, how he's really grasping the offense, doing his studying and all that. Although, again, this particular topic was not an indictment on Shedeur. I don't even know how Shedeur got mentioned, but whatever. I guess we got a bunch of people who want to glaze Dion, so I guess that's what it's all about. But Chief Sneed, what you got, man?
Johnny Manziel, bro. Johnny Manziel.
Talent,
so the other version of this. Yeah, this is what happened. This is the other version where they don't go to the facility. This is the version where the other side of it where you can't get him to open the playbook or study the defense or be prepared on Sunday. Bro, there's stories of Johnny Manziel pulling up 2 hours before the game.
That's crazy.
There were talks of him falling asleep in the QB room. Bro, there's 5 guys in the QB room.
Right.
You're falling asleep in front of the people who are trying to catapult your career.
Right.
Because
exactly.
it's contingent upon the winning of the franchise.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's 5 guys in there. You can't hide it if you're asleep.
No, absolutely not.
So that's the other version of this, where you don't care at all. So you can either have the guy who cares too much, and you're like, okay, so this guy doesn't have a life. All he lives and breathes is football. Okay, I'll take that because that's what Peyton did,
right?
And that's what Brady did, and that's what Andrew Luck did, and that's what all these guys, these Pro Bowl players, Hall of Fame, that's what they did. And I think they were trying to be cute with this, Bruce. I think they're trying to be cute. Like, look at the guy we drafted. Here's what he does.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's a shot at anybody else. I think it's just them justifying the pick, saying we got the best guy.
Yeah, I don't think it was a shot at anyone else. I think they're bigging up their guy and saying, this is the guy that we got, and we are excited for his future, and he's showing us, what he wants to be. It's just like, when I think now I am bringing up Shedeur in the pre-draft workouts when they were working out together, and Shedeur was like, hey, you wanna do a rap video? And he was like, nah, I do football. And he was like, well, what do you do for fun? He was like, I do football.
I do football.
Like that's his life. Like, and I'm good with that. Like, until you've truly established yourself, this should be your life. You're young. You don't have a wife. You don't have kids. You making millions, but go get that. Let that be your focus. You know what I mean? So that's just me.
The world of greatness involves people who are not normal.
That's right.
That are not well balanced.
That's right.
They don't know how to. They're like the only way I'm going to reach the goal that I really want is complete self-sacrifice.
Right.
I have to give up everything that will take me away from this goal.
That's right.
Steve Jobs talked about this. All these great CEOs talk about it all the time. I need unusual people leading my company.
Right. Yeah.
I need unusual people leading my what I need to accomplish. I need the people who don't sleep. I need the people who don't even forget about lunch. And it's not because they don't want to pay them. They just need them so obsessed with the winning part. Man, good for them. They got themselves a guy. I liked him out of college. I think he's going to be a fine quarterback. I think sometimes some things are out of your control when you look at a quarterback's career and trajectory, like the players around them, the coach, the system. You look at some players, they end up getting mauled because they don't have offensive linemen. At least we could say this guy has the upstairs and the mentality to put himself in a position to be great. At least you're starting there as the foundation of his career. You can't get this guy out of the film room. That's something worth celebrating.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Get that man a hammock.
You guys remember Jamarcus Russell?
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Bruce brought him up in the chat a little while ago. Yeah.
Yeah. They talk about how he'd be standing he'd be on his knees throwing 56-yard bombs, and it's like, who cares?
Right.
There were 20 guys in the league at the time who were better than him who couldn't throw it like that.
That's right.
But they were prepared to play on Sunday. Bro, do you remember Colt McCoy? That guy was regular. That is a regular dude.
Yeah,
in terms of NFL standards.
Yes.
And he played like 20 seasons. But just because
he was out there a long time. It wasn't 20, but he was out there for
like 15.
a long time. It was a long time he was in the league.
Bro, I swear he was playing for the Cardinals like 2 years ago, bro. I swear to God.
Colt McCoy was around for a long time. For real.
He was around for longer than what he should have been. But like 20, I don't think he did 20 years.
Bro. But that's just a pro being a pro.
Yeah.
And that's a basic guy. Was he 6 feet tall, maybe 6'1"?
13 years.
He's a smaller dude, slight in build, and he just he's tough, obviously, but like there's regular guys that have that same mentality of preparation and readiness, because your number is going to get called eventually.
Yeah.
And then I think it's what's going to be amazing, Bruce. You guys brought up the situation where there's going to be a game situation where that play may come into, in game, and he'll like remember it. It'll be like, I know this defense. I saw this defense, or I remember when they called this and we ran this in practice and I saw it on the film. And that stuff happens. So I'm a coach. I coach like my daughter's teams, like travel soccer, travel softball and stuff. There's no better moment when you see it happen the way it was planned and the way it was drawn up in practice. And then like the celebration and to see the success of the player, and that's what you want to see from these guys, the preparedness, and then it shows up on Sundays. I'm jealous, bro. I wish my quarterbacks had that. My quarterback was Deshaun Watson. According to reports, that guy didn't know how to read defenses, and his coach was doing it for him for the first 20 seconds of the play clock.
That's crazy. I did not know that, because remember, when he was at his peak in Houston, he was one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He was killing.
Bro, they said, and this is the people out of the Texans, they said that they would rush the play so that way they could rush him to the line and still have the mic communication with the headphone that's in the helmet. So then Bill O'Brien would read the defense for him, tell him where to go with the ball.
So the only thing I'll say about that's iffy, because obviously we know that, they ended up having beef with him, and then of course all the other stuff. So it's like, can we really trust what they're saying about him after the fact and not trying to smear him? You know what I mean?
How did Deshaun Watson do in Cleveland?
Yeah, look, I'm not saying that it's not true. I'm just saying, looking at both sides. Yeah, that's true.
It sounds to me like that's the guy, but it sounds to me like that's the guy who doesn't care enough.
That's fair.
And there's enough of that. We don't need that anymore. Yeah. In 2025, we need more Cam Wards and less DeMarcus Russells.
Agreed. By the way, y'all should have kept Baker touchdown maker. I'm just saying.
Come on, man. Don't remind me, bro.
Baker's my guy. I know I got some bias. I love Baker, man. I
love Baker too, but this is what happens when your owner is impatient and tries to jump the process. Playing the upside, not realizing the last time this guy was Pro Bowl was 4 years ago. And I'm talking about from when he was brought to Cleveland.
Well, listen, y'all got it right, man. I think Shedeur is going to be the guy. As long as they don't set him up for failure, he's going to be the guy, and it's going to be okay.
It's going to be a long year. There's going to be some bumps and bruises along the way, but I'm happy.
No doubt.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
All right, Sneed. Thank you for the call, man. Appreciate you. Sneed always got good calls, man.
Absolutely.
We got some informed, intelligent callers, man.
Some insightful viewers,
Insightful viewers. I like insightful. Yeah. Oh man. All right, so we're gonna take one more call here. We're gonna wait another minute or two, and if nobody calls in, we go. Oh, there we go.
Right on time.
Yo, how does he do that? Every time.
Steve, he's always the last one. That's Steve.
Every time.
Yep, I knew it was Steve.
What's up, Steve?
What up, fella?
King of the chat.
Just had that, brother.
No, I was just starting to say we're gonna wait another minute or two, and if we don't get any more calls, we'll go ahead and wrap the show. Every time I start to say that, that's exactly when you call. That's funny.
My timing is impeccable.
Impeccable.
I'm unblemished. Anyway,
my style is ferocious.
I think I might be lagging a little bit. What's that?
My style is ferocious. My defense is impregnable.
I eat your heart. Praise me for Allah. I eat your heart. I eat your children.
That was crazy.
Praise me to Allah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, go ahead, Steve.
In all honesty, man, I really don't time. I think I might be lagging like maybe 20 seconds on my stream because I don't hear you saying that when I call in.
It's all good. I think there is a lag, so.
Yeah, it is.
That has to be it because I promise I'm really not intentionally doing it.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good.
But listen, first off, what up, Twizzler?
What's happening, Steve?
Twizzler.
Hey, listen, man, I got to give you props today. I don't actually disagree with anything you said today, but just know deep down inside, there's something I disagree with you with.
Disagree with?
Get that out of the way.
Wow.
Listen, you didn't. It didn't manifest today, but just deep down, no, I do disagree with you on something.
Hey, I got you, bro. It's something I said. It was probably one or two things. You just probably didn't catch it.
Probably. I'll rewatch the film. I'll break it down. I'll get back.
You're gonna study. You're gonna spend excessive hours studying the film to catch what you didn't
That's
agree
how
with.
we do it, man. I'm like Cam Ward out here, bro.
Yes, sir.
We're out here. But first off, shout out Sneed, man. He had a couple great calls today.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I learned something every time Sneed calls in.
Yeah, Sneed's
shout
sharp,
out to
man.
him.
Definitely.
And I'm not pushing back on him because I do think there's a degree of Tennessee probably putting this out into the media to market themselves a bit and market their pick. I do think there's some substance there. You know, but what I would say is like that doesn't mean it's untrue though.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if you're going to market off of the good decision making of your future quarterback, I don't see anything wrong with that. But I do agree there's a media component to it where it's like, yeah, there is some self-servingness to try to amplify, you know, your draft pick and your decision in taking him. But my point is like doesn't mean it's untrue. And Bruce, you know, we talk college ball a lot.
We do.
I've been on Cam. I've honestly, I really wasn't a follower at the time because this would have been 2023. Yeah, 2023. I was a fan of Cam when he was at Washington State before the Miami year this last season. And the reason I was high on him this whole time, and even when things came out this year with Miami and the way he played, this is what I'd say. He was at Washington State, and he had to earn that.
Yeah.
He had to earn getting to just even a Division I school. So you know the dude, he's a grinder. Like he's going to work because it wasn't handed to him. And when he ended up in Washington State, his record isn't going to show it. But at that time, that was the last year of the Big 12. You had Bo Nix in Oregon. You had Caleb at USC. You had Penix at Washington.
Yeah.
You had Shador at Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
And you had I can't remember the cat's name. He was the quarterback at Arizona, and they had a good season that year. I can't remember the dude's name. No disrespect. But my point is, he went into a flooded quarterback conference, and he produced.
Yeah.
Now, their record wasn't the best because it is Washington State.
Right.
So I kind of give him a little bit of leeway there.
Mm-hmm.
But his avenue to even get to Washington State in that flooded conference with quarterbacks, I mean, the dude showed out. And he was competitive against a lot of really good teams. That last year, the Pac-12, people might not remember, but it was very competitive. It was loaded. And then we see him go to Miami and flourish. And this is what I would say. That Miami roster, I'm not trying to knock them. I know they're on the up and coming, and I'm not trying to slander them before we play them in week one. But that roster was really not that good.
No.
Cam was the reason they got 10 wins. I mean, he was electric there.
Yeah, he was. He was.
And you see all of these, like, I'm not big on, like, oh, let me just watch a reel or a clip, and I'm going to, like, portray an entire analysis off of something so quick. But, like, when you see Cam Ward in these clips that he's doing viral with, like, this dude is competitive. Like, that's the stuff you want to see from a quarterback where it's like, this dude wants to grind. He's always wanting to work. He's calling out other people in these workouts saying, you're not getting better today. You know, like, that's the type of leadership you want in an NFL locker room. Yeah. So I've been high on Cam Ward. And maybe it was my fault that the Shador stuff came up because I did say if this was a Shador story, everybody would be twerking. But because it's Cam, you know, nobody really cares or they're going to diminish it. And maybe that was my fault.
Oh, we wasn't twerking, but we were applauding it.
Right. And they were talking. There's been a fair amount of talk about the great job that Shador is doing in camp and, you know, how he's grasping the offense and, you know, how he's not being a problem in the locker room. The guys like him. He's good off the field and all that. So he's been getting his fair amount of, you know, credit for what he's doing. Absolutely.
Yeah, I've been reading good things on Shador too. It's not diminishing Shador. I just said it because it was like, man, if this was Shador, everybody would be so pumped about it because this is like this is one of those boxes that you check as a quarterback that's showing, hey, this is good leadership. This is what we want to see.
Correct.
But I'm telling you, we've talked college ball for a long time, Bruce. I'm high on Cam. This kid's mental makeup and his story leading up to his road to Washington State, and then going to Miami and taking that Miami roster. Like, I'll be honest, I don't know if Miami's a 5-6 win team without Cam this last season. Their defense was awful. They really didn't have much at the wide receiver position. He kind of made a lot of something out of nothing. And I think if you have that type of trajectory and that type of history in college, like, and we're hearing this about him, he's in the film room, he's getting kicked out. There's a little bit of theater to that, probably, like Steve was saying. I don't disagree with him. But this is what we want to see, man. These young guys that are willing to get and do the extra things to make themselves great. Now, that remains to be seen. Anything can happen. We don't know how he's going to end up being. But it's like, man, this is the stuff you like to hear from a young guy, which it seems more to be rare than anything because there's this entitlement mentality with the younger guys. Not all, but generally speaking. But I don't know, man. I'm high on Cam Ward. I think the kid is I think he's going to be special. He's got the mental makeup. He's got the work ethic. This is the stuff we like to hear.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. You got anything else, Steve?
No, I'll let you close it out this time. Such a burden. I'm just holding the stream down. I get it.
No, I appreciate it. We got one more call when you're done. So.
Right on. Well, let him get to it, man. I'll pop off here.
Hey, I appreciate it, Steve. Thanks for the great call, man.
King Steve, always a pleasure.
There we go.
Take care.
Yes, sir.
I think we just missed. Oh, man. Hey, Bruce, call right back. Sorry, I hit the wrong button, man. Call right back. All right, we're going to take this call from Bruce, and then we'll call it. Yeah, this was a good show today, man. Some good topics here. Here we go. Bruce, what up? What up?
Hey, man. Let me ask you something, man. How you feeling? First of all, how y'all feeling this morning?
Feeling good, man.
Feeling good. Feeling cheesy.
Beautiful day. Great show. Can't complain.
So this is what you come in. This was you messing with me last night when you sent that message. You said you don't like Cam Ward living in the film room, huh? That's what made Brady and Manning great, isn't it? Well, what makes you think I don't like Cam Ward living in the film room, Brucey?
Oh, because when I talk about people need to be focusing on their craft, you always get on me. You too militant. There's other things to life. Let people live. Da da da. I'm like, nah. You making all this money. Get in there and lock it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Did you talk about? No, you hate when I talk about QBs being locked in. So I'm sure you can't stand that he's living in the film room and having to be locked out of the facility by coaches. I never said anything about that, Bruce.
No, I'm saying the principle of it. I'm not saying that you said that specifically. It's the principle. Like remember when I was saying that Lamar don't need to be on power. He need to be figuring out how to win these playoff games.
Bruce in the off season, he earned his cachet. He can do what he want to do.
I mean, yeah, he can do what he want to do, but I mean, what would Brady be doing? That would be my question.
Oh, stop that! Brady, stop it, Bruce.
But Brady had a movie during the season. He was in Ted too.
Was he?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What was the point?
How many chips he had when he was in Ted 2? Probably about 4 by then, right?
It was 5.
There you go.
Before his first one, yeah.
So that's okay. my man can hit you with a fistful of rings by then. That's okay. Nah, but go ahead, Bruce. My bad, man.
So what was the point of the topic? What you throwing shade at someone else?
No, why do I have to throw shade? We were actually giving love to Cam Ward for his dedication and his diligence early in his career, because that's what we love to see. And a lot of times cats don't get enough love for stuff like this. That's what the point of this topic was.
Well, they kicked him out for a reason.
Yeah, 4.
4. Okay.
4.
Still.
They kicked him out for a reason.
Nah, I think they just told him, man, go home, man, get some rest.
To watch his brain, you can't overtrain your brain, bro. Just like you can't overtrain your body, bro.
No, you cannot overtrain your brain. No, you can't.
Oh, Lord.
You can't overtrain your brain.
But on some real, like him locking himself in the film room, that is a dope thing. That's a dope, how could I say, habit to have. But all of it won't matter if you're doing all that film study
and he can't play. No, I'm with you. No doubt. But I'm saying a lot of times what we see with the greats is this type of behavior. That's all. Nobody's saying this means he's going to go out and become the GOAT, but but we see there are certain behavioral patterns among the elites. Like Sneed said, like elite people in any field of endeavor, they're not normal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Don't you remember when the Raiders gave Russell a blank VHS tape and he lied to say he watched film?
That's crazy.
Hey man, y'all boys have a good Sunday. Hey, me and Wildy Ray start a pod called Dumb and Dumber. Y'all like subscribe and share.
Yeah, y'all do that.
Dumb and Dumber. You might get flagged for copyright, bro. You might want to change that.
Oh man, that's funny.
That might be a copyright infringement thing.
Stupid and stupider.
Or dumb and dumbass. But that might be what that might work.
Oh, that's how y'all feel about me. That's messed up, yo.
You said it. I'm giving you alternatives to your name, bro. You brought it to our attention.
Before I go, man, go wait for the game tonight. I just can't wait. I'm full of curiosity, and hey, man, this game tonight will be very intriguing because if OKC doesn't handle their business, say good night. And hey, I got Indy winning anyway because if Rick call out coach OKC, it is what it is. So,
all right, so chat members, y'all heard him. All right, this man has been picking them right, left and right. He has Indiana winning. Do you got an over and under, brother? Do you got a point spread?
Okay, so real quick, 1 minute. Shout out to Abdul Mason, man. The kid looked amazing last night. He stopped the guy, bust his open. And it was, man, this kid is really, really good. Abdul Mason, y'all, watch the name.
Yeah, he's very good.
Shame on Sean Davis. His behavior, after the fight, man, like, just don't spiral his career down the wrong path, and hopefully he'll get it together, man. So we all make mistakes and bad choices in life. Hopefully he'll learn from this. Y'all boys have a great Sunday, man.
All right, brother, you have a good one too, man. All right, y'all. We're gonna wrap it right there. Again, thank you for all the interaction in the chat. Thank you for the calls. We appreciate it. Appreciate the love. Appreciate you being here. If you're new or if you haven't already, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe on the way out. Really appreciate it. And also share the show, man. Share the show. Let's get more people out here in the Format Podcast community. And we're gonna leave it right there. We out.
We out.
Peace.
Peace.